My name is Mimi Chun, and I am a designer, artist, and entrepreneur. The current startup that I'm working on right now is Loveback, and it's really a startup that is about finding a way for digital content creators to sustain their art, whether they're YouTubers, musicians, photographers, bloggers, that sort of thing. And in terms of how it started, I think it was a matter of one of my co-founders I knew from back in the day. I had done some work for his former startup, and so that's how we connected. But it's obviously an area that's important to me in terms of the future of content at this point. I think businesses can better embrace design the first step is really about understanding that it's not the purview of one person, but rather it's a responsibility shared by all, and it's something that everyone can embrace. I think, I think there's a lot of literature out there. There's a lot of articles, blogs around design thinking processes that can be applied to companies at any sort of stage that they're in and at any size. I think when we talk about user research, oftentimes there's this assumption that you are going in and completely objective about what it is that you're going to discover. There's a lot of conversation around bias. And I think of research not so much as, I think of user research much more about inspiring design rather than about it. We're not conducting a research study for the sake of the research study and guaranteeing that these are objective results. We're using research in a way to create something else. So for me, the idea of bias is, I always presume that I have a bias when I'm going in and conducting any sort of research, and I'm okay with that, I think, as long as I'm mindful of it, and it yields an interesting result.